Alright guys, so a lot of people have come to this silly interpretation that I can't be negative about Neverwinter. As you guys know, I have the biggest Neverwinter PlayStation 4 review on YouTube. You type in Neverwinter PS4 review, like I've said in 1,000 of my other videos, and I feel like I'm bragging about it sometimes, so I apologize for that. But mine's the first thing that comes up. 80,000 views, nearly 600 likes, and 80 plus dislike. You know, it's a 6-to-1 ratio. It's not too bad, not too shabby. Gave it an 8.5 out of 10. Now, a lot of people, you know, will come up with crazy hate comments like, "Boy, you trying to sell this game. Boy, you sucking that cryptic dick," and blah blah. And people say all kinds of stuff. The comment section in there, it's fairly good, but there's a lot of toxicity in there. And I think, you know, because Neverwinter, a game that is, you know, really 50-50 with its community, like it's a really good game. You know, people that like Neverwinter really like Neverwinter. And people that dislike or hate Neverwinter really dislike or hate Neverwinter. There's not too many in between people. It's either Neverwinter is, you know, a love it or hate it kind of thing with, you know, most people I've played with. Like you guys saw when I did the little series with those Kevs back when the game first came out. He hated it. And you know, when I get into games, you know, because I'm really passionate about games, and people seem to think, you know, just because I like something a lot I have no negative aspect of it. I tend to, you know, just love it. You know, I feel like the game can do no wrong. That's not the case. I'm going to give you guys a couple of examples. First easy example is Call of Duty. You guys see how I am with Call of Duty. My relationship with Call of Duty is literally love and hate every single day. One day me and Call of Duty are in the bed making passionate love. The next day we're punching each other in the face. That's how it is with, you know, with Call of Duty. So, you know, that's one example. Another big good example of a game I love that I ended up, you know, bashing like crazy towards the end of my cycle playing it was Final Fantasy 14. And the reason I can tell you guys that is because I love Final Fantasy 14. I still love Final Fantasy 14. I want to get back into Final Fantasy 14. I just have a shit ton to do in that game that I honestly just don't feel like doing. That's why I haven't played Final Fantasy 14 yet. So I figured, you know, I'd just toss that out there. But let me tell you guys something. I got so pissed off about, you know, how things went with, you know, my experience with Dark Knight. I made a complete, I think, 10 or 15 minute video giving my final review of the Dark Knight, and I was so critical and negative about that class that my good pal Artful Vengeance told me he wanted to punch me in my face because, you know, he loves that game, you know, that much. But yes, so you guys know, when it comes to a game that, you know, I love or whatever, I can be critical on it. I can be negative on it. That's not a problem for me. And that's what we're going to be talking about today. So gamers and gamettes, what is going on? My name is Tenek127 and welcome back to another Neverwinter PlayStation 4 video. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about my opinion of the problem with Neverwinter. Now guys, keep in mind, I'm one voice on YouTube. I'm one person. I'm one guy with an opinion. Just because I say that this is a problem and I particularly don't like this thing about Neverwinter, that doesn't mean, you know, it's a problem for everyone else with Neverwinter. Some people may like this formula. Some people may like how this works. Some people may hate it. Me personally, I hate this system. And that's why I wanted to bring it up, and I thought this was a good topic for a video because not only do I have, you know, people crying in my comments section of my review, but, you know, I was literally just having a conversation with one of my old guild buddies, Rich 1991. So you know, special shout out to him for, you know, actually influencing me a bit to, you know, to make this video. But what we're going to talk about today is my problem with Neverwinter, and I'm going to break it down to you guys real simple, and I'm going to tell y'all what I hate most about this game. Brace yourselves. The thing I can't stand most about Neverwinter is the endgame, and the reason, you know, I hate endgame of Neverwinter is because it's built on the most tedious thing about MMOs that people hate. Like, for example, when you hate MMOs, what's the number one thing you hate doing? You know, you just want to get to endgame. You want to, you know, start farming gear. You want, you know, badass outfits, clothing, and, you know, all that good stuff. But what's the one thing that stands in your way to getting there? Questing. Questing. Now, this is why Neverwinter's endgame pisses me off. The daily questing thing is too tedious. I hate how every single expansion is based on nothing but doing daily quests to get some stupid currency to fill up a dumb chart on a on a campaign on the little campaign sheet in the game. Every single expansion is dedicated to doing that. You fill out the campaign sheet, you get the proper things needed, you push start campaign, you have to wait either 10 seconds or 19 hours. When it's finally done and fills up, you have to do that probably 5 more times, and then you get a boon that's, just a permanent buff to your character. What? I hate that system so much. I like the system of, traditional MMOs, and this is how I believe Neverwinter should be. And I was actually saying this to Rich earlier. Bring a patch in, add some storyline quest, throw in a dungeon or two, throw in a raid, add maybe 10, 15, or 20, gear score to, to the highest gear level. Give us a way to farm that gear or weapon or, whatever's going to get us to that gear score. Make the grind a bit tedious. So, we have to, play that new content that you guys have brought in. And call it a day. That's the kind of endgame system I like. Similarly, how like Final Fantasy XIV's endgame system works. Like, to my opinion, Final Fantasy XIV has the perfect endgame system. I love that system. Like, I know people don't like, grinding for, gear over and over. I know, RNGesus isn't on everybody's side. But, I would rather, run raids and, do stuff like that over and over than quest all day. Like, I hate the fact that, when I get on here, and especially since this game has 9 expansions right now, all I literally do is log on every day, go to 9 different areas, do the same quest over and over every single day, click to, whatever I need to solve in my campaigns, and get off. That is the most boring, tedious, annoying thing I have ever seen in any MMO, and I can't stand that. That's personally, what I hate about this game. Another thing that pisses me off about Neverwinter is I can't stand the lockbox system. Personally, lockboxes remind me of supply drops in Call of Duty. You pay for VIP, you get a stupid key every day to open a lockbox. There's so many other ways that they could make money off of these exclusive items. For example, login bonuses. VIP. Instead of, giving people a key every day to open a lockbox, how about, when the end of that 30 days of VIP is over, give them, one reward, a guaranteed reward that they could get out of a lockbox. Like, say, month 1, at the end of month 1, you'll get a special enchantment. At the end of month 2, you'll get, some type of special, artifact or something. The end of month 3, you guys get what I'm saying. Then all the way till month 12, let month 10 or 11 or 12, be like a griffin or something like that, for having VIP for a year straight or something like that. There's so many easy and better ways you could use the use that other than lockboxes. It looks like lottery, it looks like gambling, and me personally, I can't stand that. And I don't, I just don't like, the whole buying keys over and over, and praying, that you get stuff out of the boxes. And then, stuff out of the boxes can severely boost you in game, if you just, if RNGesus just happens to be on your side. Like, what? So what about the people that, grind and, work hard and bust their ass in the game, and that don't, want to buy lockboxes? What about those people? They're just screwed. They can't open a lockbox. Well, technically you can, because astral diamonds convert to Zen and yada yada yada. But the point is, and long story short, is I just can't stand the whole lockbox system. I personally think it should just have some type of login based reward and everything, and stuff like that. And I think that would be a lot more simple than this whole lockbox lottery thing. But there you have it, guys. The 2 things I can't stand about Neverwinter. If you all enjoyed this video, be sure to smash that thumbs up button. And I want to thank you all so much for watching. It's your boy Tanek127. And please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Till next time, peace out. Take care. Hit a wall. Right now, I need a miracle. Hurry up now, I need a miracle. Stranded, reaching out. I call your name.